with tomorrow being a day off, NCAA mandated, what did you think of that decision? And have you found yourself more civically engaged with all that's going around or going on in the world around you?
Well, first off, I think it's a great opportunity. I think it's a great thing that NCAA did. Just give everybody the opportunity to go out there and vote and bring awareness to the situation, what's going on, and allowing players if they didn't have the chance to go vote, or if they didn't have the opportunity to have that. So I think that was a good thing for them to do. As far as me personally, I'm definitely getting more engaged. Unfortunately, I can't vote because I'm not a American citizen, but I'm definitely aware of what's going on and just trying to educate myself as best as I can.
Thank you.
All right, let's go back over to Andrew Jones.
Hey, Patrice, could you pinpoint one or two things that when it's not going well defensively, what maybe the primary reasons are it's not going well? For example, Saturday night.
Probably just consistency. We just got to make sure we're doing everything we got to do, everything we're taught to do, everything we're coached to do each and every play. Can't afford to take a play off. Got to be in the right fits, take our right steps, have our eyes in the right place. So definitely fundamentals and make sure we're on point every play, every snap.
Is there a snowball effect where maybe when whoever you're playing starts to get into a drive, you can kind of sense that maybe you guys have a little tougher time coming out of it for whatever reason?
Sometimes definitely might have a snowball effect, but as a defense, you got to bow up and try to stop the bleeding as much as you can. And I think we do a pretty good job at that. Sometimes when opponent teams kind of drive the ball on us when we get to the red zone or down the field, we kind of bow up and try to hold them to a field goal or anything like that. So it's just on us, the leaders in the backfield and the defensive side, to just kind of get the guys going and make sure that we stop the bleeding.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
All right, let's go to Ross Martin.
Hey, Patrice, you're a leader on the team. You're a veteran. I mean, how do you approach the leadership this week and after the game on Saturday and Sunday? Just kind of talking to your players to keep morale. Like, what do you do to kind of get people more focused and on track for the next week?
Just letting the guys know that all our goals are still at reach. The season's not over for us. We're able to still have the opportunity to accomplish everything we want to accomplish. And just let the guys know that we got to come back to work each and every day. Especially coming in the season with a lot of hype, we're going to get the best out of everybody's team. So we can't afford to slack any week. We got to go out there and stay focused and locked in, especially this week, rivalry game against Duke. So, making sure the guys understands what's at stake. No Duke's going to come out firing, and make sure we're locked in, focused, have a great week of practice, and go out there and get the dub.
Great. And there were a lot of mistakes on Saturday. I mean, key penalties, muff punts, things like that. How does the team approach? How does the staff kind of approach addressing those key mistakes, which definitely cost you all the win? I mean, can you kind of take us into that room when the coaching staff's talking about those mistakes and those key moments?
First thing is just acknowledging what happens, being accountable for it. Guys who make mistakes know what they did, and we acknowledge it. And then, and the second thing is just knowing what we did and being able to fix it. A good thing about it is like all of the mistakes are fixable mistakes. On sportsmanlike conduct, we know what to do. We know just not to retaliate. Those are things that you could fix. A lot of stuff on special teams are areas that we could fix. So that's the positive things, is we know we're able to identify what's going on, identify what's wrong, and then fix it for the next week. So those are not really big mistakes or stuff that we could fix and improve on. So that's what we have to look forward to.
Great. Thanks, Patrice.
Okay, let's go back over to CL Brown.
Hey, Patrice, I was wondering if you could just walk us through what the year has been like for you, coming back from injury, missing games and playing, but then having to take another game off. Like, where are you health-wise right now? How do you feel? And just kind of what has that journey been like?
Definitely be a little bit of a roller coaster with everything going on with the rehab, with COVID and everything like that. But for me, it's just, trying to get as healthy as I can each and every day, and working with the coaches, working with our training staff, and they're doing a good job with me. I'm feeling a lot better, feeling a lot great. And, if I'm on the field out there, I'm giving 110%, so if I'm out there, I'm healthy and I'm able to play. So right now, me personally, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good going into this week, excited for this game. And this is definitely a game that I want to play in, and, when I go out there and compete and give everything I have for my brothers. So right now, I'm feeling really good.
At what point did you feel like you kind of turned the corner and were ready to play?
After this past week, after the VTech game, had a good game, but then had a little bit of difficulties. But I, took the week off. Unfortunately, I had to miss NC State, but I think that was definitely beneficial for me. Get back where I needed to be, felt strong. Came out this past weekend, and I think did what I had to do, and coming in excited to go in for Duke. So definitely think after missing the NC State game, turned the corner, get my body back right, and now I'm in a good place.
All right, thank you.
Okay, Gregory Hall, go ahead.
Hey, Patrice. Penalties have continued to be an issue week in, week out. Max said after the game on Saturday that was on the coaching staff and having to get you guys in a position to be successful. I was just curious, as a leader, how do you handle some of those penalties that are impactful more than others, and how do you limit those moving forward?
I mean, at the end of the day, the coaches can coach as hard as we can, but it really falls down on the players. We got to be accountable and be disciplined. That's on us. The coaches are not the ones out there committing those penalties. So we got to really take that accountability on us, those players, and as leaders, make sure the guys understand that we can't afford to have those penalties, and those penalties could definitely change the outcome of the game. So, just making sure we stress that out and making sure we understand, what we can do, what we can't do, when to do it, when not to do it, and, just being accountable and disciplined.
How are penalties addressed in practice? I know you guys have refs out there. When a penalty is made, is the play stopped? Is it talked about right away? Is it something you talk about in meetings? How does that happen in practice?
We talk about it all the time as everything, when it happens on the play, we always have the ACC refs around at practice, and they really do a really good job of officiating things and letting us know when there's a flag, and, we address it then and there, whether it's an offsides, a PI, or anything like that. And we talk about it with our coaches, position coaches. And then later on, when we watch film the next day, we talk about it, talk about why it happened, how it happened, and then how to fix it and make sure it doesn't happen again.
And then lastly, with Storm Duck being out a few weeks now, and then Kyler out, what have you seen out of some of these young guys, young DBs that have had to step up in their absence?
I think one thing that's special about our room, the DB room, is that everybody can play. Everybody's talented, everybody has abilities, and we're confident in everybody out there. We could roll the dice and put any two corners out there and be confident about how they're going to play. So I think that's something that we definitely have in our advantage. And it's unfortunate to see guys go down, but next man up, we're able to pick it back up. Everybody knows what to do. We don't really do any ones or twos. It's just one group, one unit, one heartbeat. If one guy goes down, next man has to step up, and we're definitely confident in each and everybody that we have, and we're leaning on each other to support each other and go out there and take care of business.
Thanks, Patrice.
All right, Alyssa Ray, go ahead.
After that Florida State loss, you guys came back the next weekend and really took it out on NC State. Are you looking at this weekend as an opportunity to do the same thing against Duke?
Most definitely. I think we fell short this past weekend, and we definitely got to go out there and set the tone, send a message. Again, it's a rivalry game, and it's definitely going to be, high emotions, high juices, and we just got to go out there and make a statement, especially as a defense. Didn't have the performance that we wanted to this past week against Virginia, so we definitely have a chip on our shoulder. Have a great mindset, have a great week of practice, and go out there and make a statement against Duke this week.
And I think we've heard rivalry, and of course Duke's won, NC State. Some people said even Virginia. Do you guys feel as players, do you have a true rival? I mean, we know in basketball it's Duke, but in football, would you guys pinpoint a certain team as your rival?
I mean, all the in-state teams for us are definitely rivals. You want to win your state. I think as a team, once you win your state, that's definitely when you set yourself out there and separate yourself from everybody else, especially for recruiting and everything like that. So you definitely want to win your state. So all the schools that are in-state, State, Duke, Wake Forest, we definitely anticipate to win. And want to go out there and give it our best. So definitely all the in-state teams that we consider definitely our rivals.
Thank you.
All right, let's close up here with Dina King. So go ahead, Dina.
Hey, Patrice, piggybacking on Duke, what are some things that Duke does offensively that concerns you?
They just they're a good team, smart team, disciplined team. They have good execution, good backs. They've been talking about their backs a lot. So we've got to make sure, we handle them. Good quarterback, good receivers. And, it's just, they're going to go out there and give it their best. It's a highly anticipated game for them. They're going to go out there and really go hard. So we got to be ready for everything that they're ready to throw at us. But yeah, I think we're going to have a good game plan. Coach Bateman's been doing a great job with us, and we're excited to go out there on Saturday.